and record on this computer. All right, so next on the list of things to do is a pickup. So I already did this off screen, and if you were in class, you'll know that I screwed up the recording, but we're doing it now. So all I did is I just created an empty, and I named it pickup. I put it 000, but then I moved it over here. And then what I did is I created a 3D object. I just did a sphere, and I just parented to it, and that was this here. It's just a 3D object. There's nothing really particularly special about it. It's just right here. Those are the two things I did. And then I also made a material, just called it pickup material, and I just dragged it onto the model, and now it's green. Okay, nothing too special. The last thing I did was make a script, and I just call it pickup controller, and that was it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and slap that onto the pickup here. Don't touch, nothing should go on this model. The model is unimportant, because that way you can just put in whatever you want for graphic purposes. Okay, this is the part that matters, is this pickup part here, because that way we can put in wherever we want. All right, so I got the pickup script on there. It doesn't do anything yet. Let's go ahead and open that up. And it went off screen. Let's put this over here, close you out. All right, let's get rid of the extra gobbledygook. Okay, so what I would like to do is I want to make one pickup script that will work for all of them. So what I'm going to do, so like, and I'll change what the graphics are underneath, but instead of having to make a pickup script specifically for health, and one for I do health pickup, blah 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 pickup, I'm just going to make one, and then I'm going to have the the game designer person choose what it ends up being. Also, if for some reason I wanted to make it randomly generate every now and then, I could have it randomly generate and then have the code change the type, and that will be a little bit easier. So what I'm going to do is inside of here, we're going to make our options. So we're going to do it much like we did the game states, where we're just going to make an enum, and then we'll just call it pickup type. And then I'm just going to make the types of pickups that you can choose from. So we'll say light, gun light. So I want to do different kind. Yeah, we'll just call it gun light for now. Gun light, gun medium, and we'll do gun heavy. Okay, but you can make them more specific, like gun laser, gun whatever, and I can add more to this. But for right now, that should be fine. So we're going to make the type that it can be. This isn't actually like a variable that we can use. This is just like a thing we can set up and then have options within that. Now to actually have the type here, we're going to make one. So we'll do public. The type is not going to be pickup type. We're just basically making our own pickup type, our own sort of variable here. So pickup type, and then we'll just call it pickup. And we'll make it equal to, and we'll do pick up type dot, and then it's just got to be one of these various things. And I'm just going to set it to, let's do gun light for now. All right. And the other thing I want to do is, no, we'll just do it like that. All right. So let's save that, and then you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. So that's not that one, this one. All right, so now you can see, oh, not that one. If I have this one, you can see we can choose different types. So I go like that, okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test which one of these things is chosen, and then it will only run that code when this is interacted with. That's the idea behind it, okay? On the pickup model here too, just to make things a little bit easier, I'm gonna remove the sphere collider. That way when we run into it, we won't bump into it. We're gonna put a trigger on here, or a collider, probably a trigger, so that we run into it, then it will tell it to run the code. Okay, so that looks acceptable. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. All right, so yeah, we're going to do a trigger. So I'm going to get rid of this start. I don't think I need that. And then we're just going to change this void to on trigger enter. And then it's going to need the parameters here. So I always do COL. And then what we're going to do is this. We're going to say, first we're going to do an if, and we're just going to col dot compare tag. If it is, if we compare it to capital P player, then it will run stuff, because I don't want, like, if the enemies go in this, right? I only want it to happen. I only want stuff to happen if it's the player. So we're just going to test the when something enters its trigger, we're going to test the thing that enters it. We're going to compare its tag, and if its tag is player, then we're going to have it do stuff. Okay, but I want to do different things depending on the type here. So we're going to do a switch. So switch, and what we're going to do is, what we're going to test is the pickup. Remember, we determined what the pickup is here. So all we're going to do is do switch, pickup, parentheses, and we're just going to say the different cases. So to case, if that pickup is of the type pickup type dot life, then we're going to tell it to do something. Break. Oh wait, why did I do that? Never mind. Like this. Break. So basically, if it's this case, it's going to do something, and then you always got to do break afterwards. And I'm going to tab this in. Okay, and I'm just going to copy that so I don't have to write every time. Control C, enter backspace, Control V, enter backspace, Control V, enter backspace, Control V, and that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we're just going to change each one of these. So this will be gun light. This will be gun medium, and this will be gun heavy. Okay, so now what I could do is inside of here do a whole bit of code of what we want it to do if it's the gun life and one. But I think what makes more sense is actually just to make a function for each one of these, right? So we'll just do a function for add life. So add life. So we're going to call it an add life function. And then I will make one down here. Let's just go like that. Okay. And then for here, we'll do another function called oops, yeah, no, capital S. Swim. Don't want to just call it gun light? That might be easier. Let's say gun light. All right. Function. And then we'll just do one for gun medium. Oops, function. And then we'll do a gun heavy. Gun heavy function. Okay. The nice thing about this setup that I'm doing is that if you want to add more pickups, just add more into this list, and then just add more into these cases, and then you're just going to make a function for each one of them. So it's pretty easily expandable. So on trigger enter. Okay, so we got to go after this function. We'll just do void, and we'll do add life, and we'll do a function for this. Apparently, I don't know how to make braces. There we go. And we'll do an add life. So what we're going to do is, it's pretty easy. All we actually have to do is, I'm just going to save this real quick. Oh, it's going to give me errors. So I'm going to do one for all of them. So we'll do this. I'm just going to go ahead, because otherwise it's going to be errors and be like, this function doesn't exist. And then enter, Control V, enter, Control V. So we'll just back these all up a little bit. Okay, so this will be gun light function, gun medium function, and then we'll do gun heavy function. Okay, so each one of these will run each one of these functions, right? So these will only run if the pickup is of the type life, gun light, gun medium, or gun heavy, and we determine that at the top. So that works pretty easily. So if I just did debug life, debug gun light, blah blah blah, when you would go across it, it will say that. So I'm just going to save that real quick, just so I can show you what I want to do. So what we're going to have it do is actually on the game manager, we have the, where is it? Update score, update lives. So I just need to run this function, update lives. I need to just send it a +1. So it's actually a pretty easy thing to do. So we just got to go to the game manager, and then this is what called game man. Yeah. So game manager dot game man, and then add a life. So this, so we're just going to do game manager dot game man dot, and then the function update lives, and we're just going to send it value of 1, right? So that will send this function here, where right here. It'll send it a value of 1, and then that 1 will go in here, and then we'll add it to the lives. Okay. And then what we want to do afterwards, and all of them are going to have this, we're going to say to destroy the game object. Game object. Okay, so I'm just going to place these out there, but if I did want them to randomly spawn, and maybe we'll do that afterwards, what I'd have to do is do an object pool for my pickups, just like we did with some of the other ones. Probably do it similar to how we did the particles, because I have different kinds of particles. Or maybe do it how we did, either how we did the particles or how we did the audio. The particles works better because I can have multiple ones. The audio, you can only have one of each, but maybe I don't need more than one of each of these. Probably only need one at a time. So that might work. That one's a little bit cleaner to work with. So anyway, yeah, so that should work. So now we're just going to go ahead and save that. And I'm going to minimize it, go here. And this should have that script. So this is actually going to need a box collider, or we can do a sphere collider. I'm just going to do a box collider. And then make sure it's is trigger, because otherwise that won't run. And I'm going to make sure that this is life. We're going to hit play. Okay, I got an error. Let's see. Game manager update lives inaccessible. Okay, so I've got to go to game manager, and you can see it's not public. So I just need to make it public. There we go. You see how I said due to protection level? Just means that it's implicitly private if you don't explicitly say that it's public. Okay, so we're gonna go over here, and my lives went to 4. Yay! And they went to 3 right after. All right, I'm gonna also turn off the audio here because I know they're working now. Okay, good. So lives is done. So now what we want to do is have different different guns, different bullets, right? Depending on what we're making here. So I'm gonna do this a little bit differently than what we did before, so that we can, do stuff with it. So I'm thinking what I would like to do is have maybe multiple different objects. So we'll do this. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the gun controller. And what I'm going to do is make different. So if you remember before, I had that bullet controller. I'm going to make different bullets for each one. So that way they actually look different. Before, the way we did it is we just made them all the same. So I'm going to make them different. So I'm going to do public game object, and we'll do laser. This will be my light. I think a laser would look cool. And then we'll do public game object. Oh, thank you. Game object. Oh, you know what would also be good is a speed booster, because I already put that in there with that left trigger thing. I wonder if I should probably add that as one of my pickups too. Let's go over here. I'm going to add that as well. So I'm going to go over maybe after life. Doesn't really matter where you put it, but we'll say speed boost. Oops, not like that. And then we'll just copy and paste this too, because I think that would be. Actually, let's not put it there. We'll put it after the life here. Really? Okay. Control C. Control V. Come on, you got this. Come on, delete. You got it. How many spaces are possibly in there? There we go. Okay. And this will be speed boost, and we'll just call it speed boost. Speed boost. And we'll just make another function after this one. Control C, Control B, call it speed boost. Speed boost. And we're not going to obviously add a light. And I will adjust this afterwards, but I'm just going to try and get the laser one to work first, because then it'll be the same will be true for all the other ones. And I'll come back to speed boost, because you might want to do different pickups. And so I'll just show you different ways of making that stuff. So let's go ahead and save that. Go back here. Okay, so game object, laser, and then we'll do game object. We'll say multi shot. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that yet. It would be public, public game object, and we'll say explosive. Explosive. So that will be this will be our regular, our light, medium, and heavy is what I'm thinking. Okay. That seems acceptable. All right, let's save that. Make sure I save this. I don't think I did anything there. And I'm just gonna make sure there's no errors. Oops, not that one. Nope, see, look at me. Something on 8:45. Pick up 8. Oh, I still thought I fixed that. And there we go. Okay, good. So that looks fine. Let's go back here and good. Okay. So so you see we did right here, we call that pool of objects, and then I have one for the bullets. And then let me see, fired bullets, trigger pulled, and then it actually sets it, right? So I am going to do, how do I want to do this? So I have to make a pool for each one of these. So I think what I might do is, okay, so create pool, we're sending it there, pool of objects, create pool, and then I'm sending it those two things. I guess we'll just make a pool of objects for each one of them. Because what I could do is I could make a like, if you remember when we did the particle effects, what I ended up doing is I put them all as a list object and then added to it and then just did a range, but that was kind of like complicated coding. I think I might be able to do this a little bit differently. So what I'm going to do actually is this. After this one, I'm going to do private game object, and I'm just going to make a pool for each one. So we'll say pool of bullets, and we'll just do it for all of them. And what I'll do is I'll just select the different pool depending on 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Depending on so a pool of lasers, pool of multi-shot. Not sure how I'm going to do this one yet. Multi-shot. I did a capital S on that. Let's do a capital S. And then a pool of explosive. Okay. All right. So we'll do a pool of each one of these for all of them. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say pool of objects, pool of bullets. Bullets will be create pool, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going to copy this and do that for each one of them. Control V, Control V, Control V. Good. And so it'll be pool of lasers, pool of multi-shot, and pool of explosive. So we'll do one for each. I'm going to just to help separate these. We'll do it like that. Okay. Then what we're going to do is I'm still going to have it do the firing bullet. This will actually, I think we can keep all the same, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another function. We'll do it after update here, but before that, we're going to do a public void, and we'll do switch ammo, switch gun. We'll say gun type, And then when we call the function, we're going to tell it what type we want it to be. So we'll just say, we'll say a string. So we'll call it with a string, and we'll just call this gun type. And then what we'll do is we'll do a switch in here. Can't remember, is a switch with a capital S? No. Okay. Switch. And we will test the gun type. And then what we'll do is we'll say case if the gun type is, and then we'll just have different strings. So when we call it, we'll say bullet. I don't know if I'm going to need this one, to be rather honest. And then I'm just going to go ahead and go break like that. I'm just going to copy and paste this. I will just type it out. Oops, tab. We'll also do a case for if the gun type is, what was it, laser. Tab, break. And then we'll do a case for multi shot. Break. And we'll do a case for was explosive. Okay. Tab, break. All right. Okay, so we'll do that, and all I'm going to do is it's going to be the same on all of these. We're going to take the pool of objects, because that's what this is using. So we're going to make pool of objects. Pool of objects. This is the part that I'm not so sure about. We'll make it equal to, I don't know if I can just exactly equate it to, like, let's say, well, it should be pool of bullets, Control C. Pool of bullets, or if I'm going to have to do like a loop for it. It's the same type. Let's, well, yeah, let's see if we get an error for that. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, okay, it didn't get angry about it, so we'll find out. All right. So then yeah, we're gonna do the same thing for all of these. So Control C, tab, Control V, enter, tab, Control V. Oops. Enter, Control V. Okay, so this will be pool of bullet, or this one will be pool of lasers, pool of multi-shot, and pool of heavy or explosive. Okay. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is over here, when we actually fire the bullets, we're always using that pool of objects, right? So it's taking from pool of objects. So all we're going to do is when we do a pickup, I'm going to tell it to take that pool of objects and make it either the pool of bullets, make it the pool of lasers, make it the pool of this. And so we're just going to replace what's in the pool of objects that this is using with the other pools, because we make the 3 pools here. Or 4 pools, sorry. We make 4 pools there, all right? But we also actually need to, do this right from the get-go, because by default, there's nothing in it. So we're just gonna go ahead and on start, just do pool of objects is equal to pool of bullets, just so that's the default. Let's save that, go back here. And let's go to the gun controller. And you can see now we have different types here. So what I'm going to do is actually go to my prefabs. Can I just duplicate you? Let's see. Looks like not. Okay, so we need to make a new one anyway. So I'm going to create a 3D object, and this time I'm going to do a cylinder. Okay, and we'll zero it. Well, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this isn't like an object. Yeah, I just straight up did it on the model itself. All right, and then we'll just can I hang on a second? Can't. Okay, so I actually am going to do this a little bit different. I'm going to create an empty first. Create empty, and we'll call this laser. And then I'm going to put 3D object in it. And the reason why I'm doing it this way is I need to rotate it so that it's going forward, because by default it is not. And if I do it like this, it's going to change the position of it when I go to shoot it, and it's going to try and shoot it out this way. and I actually want it to shoot out this way. So I'm going to type in 90 this way and then parent that here. And then we'll leave that alone. Okay, good. And then I need to change the color. So let's go to materials and let's just do a new material, create. Just get this almost a laser material. And let's do, I guess, kind of this color. Go with that. It probably needs more, but we'll just go with that for now. Take the laser, and then I also want to take the scale of this. Yoink. Okay. And go like that, and then I'm just gonna go like that, so it's a little more laser-like, we'll say. Okay. That looks acceptable. All right, so then I've got this laser. I want to prefab that, but first I got to put the bullet controller script on it. Where you bullet controller script onto that laser. So you can see bullet speed and bullet SFX death and all that other stuff. So let's go ahead and go to audio, music, and not music, sound effects. What's this one sound like? Let's do a boing. That sounds good. Okay. Where's my laser? And it needs, oh, like that. And bullet damage, bullet speed. So what I want to know is, what is my bullet currently? It is, bullet speed is 25. So let's do the laser. Let's do 75. I want it to be considerably faster. Lifespan, I have 1. This lifespan is 1, but I think because it's going so fast, I'm going to need it to actually, let's do 0.5. So actually it'll go a little bit farther technically. And that should be good. So I'm going to take that laser now. And I am actually, you know what else I'm going to do? I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to offset it. So what's the scale on this? Let's do 0.1 by 0.1. And then let's do 1.5. And then all I have to do is offset it like, let's zero this out, 0, 0, 0. That doesn't look like origin. Why is that there? Is this underneath something? I don't think it's parented to anything. It's weird. Isn't that origin? Where's player right now? Player's on 0. Why is this not? All right, well. Oh, because it's doing whatever it's going based off of. That's weird. Huh. Why would it do that? This should be offset from it. Whatever. Okay. So yeah, that's our laser. So I'm gonna take the laser, I'm gonna drop it in here so it's a prefab. Go to my gun. And yep, and I'm gonna grab my laser. I'm gonna stick that on laser. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this. There we go. Take this, and I'm gonna make it up arrow. No, it didn't work. I'm gonna make it gun light. Actually, that's not gonna work anyway. I'm gonna make a gun light, but that's actually gonna change anything yet. Let's go ahead and play it and make sure that we still are able to shoot. Oh, see, here we go. Laser game object, but it's trying to access it. There's no rigid body. Oh, because can't move it if there's no rigid body to apply. So we also need to do a rigid body. That's good. This, we do not need this capsule collider. So let's go ahead and remove that component. This one, on the other hand, could use a capsule collider. Capsule. Actually, let's just do a box collider. It's so small, no one's going to be able to tell anyway. And a boss collider would be a better size for it. Let's go ahead and I'm going to adjust the scaling of this. Walk. Gotta go up a little bit. Whatever, good enough. I don't really care that much. Okay, I'll do that, and then I can't remember, is the bullet a trigger or not? No, it's not trigger. We did it by colliders. Okay, go back here. Let's hit play again. We don't get errors. What we do? Oh, what's the error? The variable bullet parent of bullet controller has not been assigned. Let's see something. Says bullet controller on. Inspector. Let's see something. It says 9. Let's also do this just so that there's no major issues here. I'm just gonna hide these ones for now, just so that there's. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I forgot to change. So I did pool of lasers, blah blah blah. Oh no, I did want to use bulletproof pool count, but this one should not be bullet. This one should be. Well, this one should be the laser. Where are you? Yeah, that should be laser because we're sending it the wrong stuff here. So that should be laser. Come on. There we go. Laser, multi-shot, and explosive. Okay. That's fine. But I'm actually going to comment these two out for now until we get them, working correctly. So let's save that. Let's go back here again. Okay, the variable bullet parent, bullet controller has not been assigned. Okay, so it's on this laser. Oh, because I have one. I gotta get rid of this one because it gets parent by. So this one's causing the error because when it gets, if you look on the bullet controller, where are you? When it fires the, where is that? Should be somewhere in here. I thought it was on the bullet itself. Maybe it's on the gun controller. But basically, you have to set the parent of it. I'm not sure. Right here, set parent right there. So it's not able to do that. So I'm just gonna get rid of that one. I'm not sure if that's what's causing it. Okay. And good. And it did make the lasers as well, which is good. So I just want to make sure we can still shoot. Oh, let me plug in my actual controller here. Where is that? There we go. Oh. So should be able to. Okay, yeah, still shoot. That's good. It's all bullets. Fine, dandy. Okay, what I want to do is just make it so it switches to that laser. So to do that, we're just going to go to. So we have it sort of set up here. Where is it? Pick up. Okay, so we have it set up here that if this function gets called, it's going to switch the pool of objects to the different ones. So I just need to call this function, the switch gun type, from the pickup controller. So, okay. So what we're going to do is when we call, so when we did the add life, that goes to the game manager. The gun controller, although there's only one, doesn't, So basically what has to happen is this. When we collide, when the player collides with this, I need to select the gun here. So I can, the gun controller, which is underneath the parent. I need to grab that so I can switch the type. So when I call the function down here, the gun light function from the switch here, I need to send it the object that we contacted. So I'm actually going to send it col dot, not lowercase, game object like that. And then down here on the game, on the gun light, I'm going to do game object, and we'll just call it player. That way I have the player accessible. So because in order to get to the gun controller, I need to have the player, there. So what we'll do is we'll say what is that thing called? It's the gun controller. Gun will be equal to player dot get component in children. It's in children because it's not in the actual player, it's underneath it, and that's going to be gun controller, like so. Okay, so basically we were just going to when the pickup contacts a player, it's going to say, okay, which one is it type? It's going to say gun light. That's going to say, okay, run the gun light method or function, but send it the object that we hit because I need to have the player. So then we're going to send it the object, which is our player. So that gets stored here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to declare a new variable called gun, which is our gun controller. And then I'm just going to go inside the player, get the component inside one of its children, which is the gun itself, and then grab the gun controller. And now I have access to it. So what we're going to do then is we are going to then run the function, whatever function this is, switch gun type. Grab this, Control C. Notice it needs that string gun type as well. So we'll go like that. So now it's going to be gun dot switch gun type, and we have to send it a string, and it's going to be laser, I think is what I wanted, right? Laser. Okay. That should work. Let's see. No whammies, no whammies. Okay. Now when we go over there, it should switch to the other one, hopefully. We'll find out. Okay. Yep, there it is, but it's very small. I don't understand what's going on with it. It's not doing very well. Okay. Yeah, the laser itself sort of sucks. So I'm not sure why it's so tiny. Okay. All right, let's just see if we can adjust the laser settings and see if that's causing it. So let's make it bullet speed. Let's do 25. And bullet lifespan, let's do 1. Actually, I think that's why, because it's 0.25. So let's keep that at 75. And let's just do the lifespan like that. Let's see if that fixes it. Okay. Yeah. All right, that's not working super great. Okay. Let's make it 10. Just make sure that that's not the issue. Oh, you know what might be? I know what the problem is. It's gravity. Use gravity. That's probably, let's put this back to 1. I think it's falling through the floor, is my guess. Oh, maybe not. All right. Let's see. Let's check. There might be something else that might be the issue. So let me check something else here. All right, and I'm just gonna pause it for a second. Okay. So lasers are down here. let's go ahead and continue playing. I am not seeing lasers appear and disappear. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay. Let's try this just out of curiosity. I'm gonna go to the gun and I'm just gonna put the laser on the bullet one. Just make sure there's not something weird going on with that. Nope, still sucks. Okay. And let's put the bullet on the laser one. So there we go. Play. Oh, let's pick this up and then the bullets work. Okay. All right, so that doesn't seem to be the problem. All right, let's see. Let's turn off the box collider. See if it's somehow colliding with itself and making it not work or something. Okay, so it's something with the collider. But obviously now it's not going to work as far as the shooting's concerned. But I think they're so long that they are getting messed up by collision. So let's put that back on. Okay. I think maybe take the bullet speed. Let's do 150. See if that's something we need. Yeah, it's just not shooting. Let's do bullet speed 500. See what happens. It's just not moving fast enough. Okay. 5. Let's take the lasers and just make them smaller. Oops. It's just too darn big. Go like that. Let's see if that helps. All right. You know what I think's happening? I think it's the same problems happening that you guys had. So I'm going to go ahead and make it that the bullet controller here. See how I have this right here, like you guys did? I think it's touching the player and then turning off, or it's touching itself. So we're going to go ahead there. We're going to go ahead and take that off. So we'll just make it so it's only enemy, and we'll save that, and we'll go back. And I have a feeling that that's going to fix the issue. Yep, that's what it was. I'm actually going to make the laser bigger again. So let's go back here and make this larger. So I just want it to be like a stream of laser. Woo, look at the parenting's all messed up, but it's great. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to leave that on laser. Appears that the laser is not unparenting correctly. So let's look over here. I just want to see if it stays on the person, which it seems as though it is. Oh no, it says it's unparenting. Right? Is there? I think. Let's see. Oh no, it's staying parented. It's kind of cool. Okay, so they're not unparenting properly. I believe the bullets do, though. I could just test this over here. Yeah, so the bullets don't seem to have that issue. So I don't know what's different about one versus the other. Let's just see that again. I need to get through all my bullets. Okay, yeah, the bullets are definitely unparenting, but it appears the laser is not for some reason. Not sure why that one wouldn't. So let's look at the bullet controller. To play. Something, pause it. Okay. So the parent, okay, parent, bullet parent is none. These, where is it? Bullet parent is also none. Okay. But once I shoot them, didn't get it quick enough. Let me do this. It'll be easier if I just use the keyboard here. So I'm going to turn this back off. Where's the use controller, player controller? Okay. Okay. B. Okay. Oh, crap. Doesn't actually pause. I actually undid the. Okay. There. Okay. Okay. So parent is gun. But why are you not unparenting? Let's see. Okay, on enable, it's going to be shoot. What you're going to do is take your velocity, you're going to add that force. All right, wake, on rigid body, blah, blah, blah. On enable, shoot, start go routine. Okay. So transform, set parent, bullet parent, transform, bullet parent dot transform. Transform that set parent. If you hit something. Oh. Let's also take this one out. So basically what this is doing is this is reparenting it when it hits something. Before I had it turn off and then do that, but I didn't put this one also in there. So because we want to do is unparent it and then parent it. And if you remember, this one kept turning off because it was hitting itself or hitting the player. So now it's parenting itself right from the get-go back to the parent, and that's why that's happening. So if I put it down here, that should actually solve the issue. And then it should unparent when it goes, and then let's do this just to make sure it works. So now when we go to shoot, yeah, there we go. Now it's more like it's supposed to be. Although it kind of gets wibbly wobbly from all the things, but whatever. Still fun. Okay. So just throwing sticks. Okay. All right. Well, that worked. So now I just got to make the different bullets and have them do different things. So All right, I'm gonna swap these back out like they're supposed to be for prefabs. Go to my gun, and so I want to have laser on where laser is and bullet where bullet is, and then I need to do the other ones as well. But the other thing I need to do with the lasers, I only want it to last so long because currently it is lasting quite a while. So we need to decide how long we want those to last. So the way that I had done it before is I made it so that the pickup had the gun life for how long it would last on here, but I wonder if it would make more sense to put it on the bullets themselves just to give them more control. So we'll just say up here, yeah, right here's bullet lifespan. We'll do public float, and we'll say ammo lifespan, so how long it adds lifespan, so how long it will last, and we'll set that to initial value. Oops. To an initial value of now see, the problem is with doing this though is if I do it this way, then there'll be a lifespan for, oh no, it won't matter. So we'll do ammo lifespan, and we'll set it equal to, let's say, 5 seconds, just to make sure that it's working. Okay, so we'll do ammo lifespan 5 seconds. Yeah, that's fine, man. So we'll have it run for 5 seconds, and then we'll have it end. Okay, so okay, so we're gonna have inside of, actually not inside of here, but I'm gonna put the lifespan just attached to the bullets themselves. Do I want to do it that way? Let me see something. Yeah, we'll just put it on there for now, but it might not make sense because actually it's not part of that. It's actually more part of the gun. So on the pickup script, what we'll do is after we get our gun light, we need to start a coroutine to turn it, to tell it to go back to the defaults. So we're gonna run a coroutine. So we're gonna start coroutine, and the coroutine we're gonna run is just, we'll call it switch back to default gun. It's kind of a long name. And we're going to send it the gun so that we can tell the gun that we don't have to reestablish it, right? Because we already made the gun here. So we're going to send it the gun so that we can change the gun type. So then we're going to do is at the end here, we're going to run a coroutine, which is IEnumerator, and it was called switch back to default gun. And the type is going to be gun controller, and we'll just again, we'll just call it gun. All right. Okay. So we just need to make it wait a certain amount. So yield return new wait 4 seconds, and then that is going to be based off of the bullet. So what we need to do is before we call the coroutine so that it knows how long to wait. No, we'll just do it here. So we'll say so basically I have to get the bullets information about the ammo lifespan here. You know, I think it actually just makes more sense to do it in the other one. I'm just going to take it out of here. This actually doesn't make sense to put on the individual bullets. I'm just going to put it up here. We'll just, when we choose the type, we can, yeah, you know, we'll do this. right, so we'll just do a private. I went to paste it in Word. Float, and we'll say special ammo life span, and we'll set that equal to, let's say, 5 again. All right, so what we'll do is depending on the type of ammo, now we'll just use that here, and we'll just specifically make it for each. So how I want to do it, I guess it gives me more, because what I was gonna say is I could actually on all of these change this number. So like, oh, but then it's like hard coded for each one. I'll just do 1 here. So we'll just do special ammo lifespan. So special ammo lifespan. So it'll wait however long that is. And then we're just going to do gun dot, did reset gun. So if I want to change other aspects of the gun, which I might want to, it might make sense for me to make a function for it. So let's go gun, and then I'm going to go over here. And what we're going to do is on the gun, I'm going to set up, because I didn't do it here. I just switched the bullet type, but I might want the gun to actually fire more quickly, or to you know, do something else. I don't know. I might want it to behave in a different way. So that's like something I might need to change. So shoot speed, bullet lifespan. See, I already have the bullet lifespan as part of that, but the shoot speed I might want to change. Trying to think of the way I want to go about doing this. I think what I'm going to do is, we have shoot speed right here, and it's public, so everybody can access it. So I think I'm not going to do that. Let's go back down here. What we'll do is we're going to do gun dot, and I just want to switch gun type. We're going to copy this, Control C. We're going to switch it back to bullet. So we'll run that function, but we'll send it bullet this time, so it's back to the regular. The other thing I'm going to do is, I didn't do it here, but with the laser, I wanted to actually shoot faster. So we're going to do gun dot, and then we just want to change the shoot speed. So I just want to change this currently at 0.1. Oops, not that. I'm going to do shoot speed, and we're going to give it a value of, let's say, 0.025 F, like that. Okay. And what I'm going to want to do is switch the gun shoot speed back to defaults. So, but I don't know what the default is until afterwards. So we'll do public float shoot speed, and we'll do private. I don't know, we'll make it public too. Public float default shoot speed. We'll also send that equal to 0.1 F. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this and set it back to defaults. So we'll just save that. So I'm going to do gun dot shoot speed will be equal to gun dot shoot speed, or gun dot default shoot speed. So we'll send it back to that value, and yeah, that should be fine. So basically, when we do the gun light, I'm going to increase the speed, but on the gun controller itself, we have the shoot speed, but this will vary depending on, we'll change it depending on the gun, but I can always set it back to default by using this number. It's just a number it's going to hold. So we'll set it back to the default shoot speed. So now when we play it, should give us 5 seconds of laser. So hopefully I start off with bullets. Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Switch to lasers. Goes very fast, like crazy fast. And then it'll go back after 5 seconds. Yep. Okay, that worked. That is quite the laser. Oh yeah, that's a super weapon. Okay. All right. Okay, so we have one set up now, the laser one. Now I need to do the multi-shot, which might be a little different. I'm trying to remember how I did the multi-shot. So let's make another bullet for the multi-shot. So for that one, it's just going to be like the original bullet. So I'm going to create an empty, and we'll call it what's the other one called? That. Okay, so we'll call it multi-shot. Okay. Whatever. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a sphere. We'll call it shot 01. And then I'm just going to, let's make it smaller. So we'll do like, say 0.25. Make sure they're all locked. 0.25. Oh, no, it's not. 0.25. 0.25. Okay. Do it like that. And then let's just give it a different material. So we'll just do create material, and call it multi-shot material. And let's right here. Go here, and then we'll just make it I don't know, just pretty boring. Just make it this color. Okay. Drag that on here. I'm gonna take this guy. Okay, he's already zeroed out. I'm just gonna duplicate it, Control D, and I'm gonna make this one 2. Make this one 3. And then what I'm gonna do is on each one of these, actually they all need rigid bodies. Add component, rigid body, turn off gravity on all of them. Okay, and then all of them are also going to need the bullet controller. And for the bullet depth, audio, sound effects, collisions, we'll just do bump. So grab them all, and they'll all have bump. Parent doesn't matter. Bullet damage, bullet speed. Let's do 30. So it's a little bit faster than the other one. Leave bullet thing, whatever, like that. I'm going to take each one of these. I don't know how well this is going to work. Move this one over this way and move that one over that way. So let's just say we do minus 0.33 and do 0.33. Okay. Okay. So that looks acceptable. Let's see if I hit play, will those just move on their own? I'm hoping they just move straight forward. They did not. Okay. Did I get an error? Thought that would. Okay, so I'm going to take this one and I'm going to rotate it slightly that way. We'll say minus 20 degrees. And we'll do this one, we'll say 20 degrees. Okay, I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that in the prefabs, put that in multi-shot, and then we will delete it here. And go to my gun, put multi-shot into there, and then what else do I need? Oh, I'm gonna take this pickup and I'm gonna make it medium. And we'll do gun medium, and we'll see if this works. It's probably not gonna work. Just going for it. Let's see. All right, that worked great. Oh, you know why? Because I commented it out. So we need to go to the pickup, or not pickup, gun controller, and I commented out the multi-shots. That's the only part that I needed. Okay, yep. So let's go ahead and go like that. Let's go back. It never made the pool of them. Oh, I also don't have the function. Hang on a second. Crap, I thought it was playing. Okay. I also never called this function the void switch gun type. So basically I want to copy this whole bit here. Control C, Control V, yada, 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 gun shoot speed. I want it to be basically the same. So let's just do 1.1F. And then I'm going to send it though, instead of this, it'll be multi-shot. And that should be good. All right, so this way it actually sends it the info. All right, now let's hit play again. Oh, there's an error. Okay. The name player does not exist in the current state. Oh, I didn't do it when I send it the thing. Oops, no, it's capital. Game object player. Because I had to send it that in order to tell it to grab the component there. Okay. Nope, something else. No arguments given that corresponds to the form of player, a pickup. There's no argument given that corresponds to the form of player, a pickup controller. Oh, it never gets sent the object. Control C, might as well do that for the other one too. Control V, because we didn't actually send it anything when we called the function. And then I'm just going to copy this and also put that on the heavy one. There we go. Play. Oh, okay. Object not set to an instance of an object. Scripts gun controller. Line 76 and 49. All right. All right, let's see. Go back to gun, multi-shot. Also says 76. Get component bullet controller. Oh. Why don't you get bullet controller? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Because it's looking for bullet controller inside of my multi-shot. So we're gonna open this up. This doesn't have that thing, so I'm just gonna put it in here. Bullet controller. We're just gonna make the damage 0, so it doesn't do any damage. And it is annoying because it's trying to no speed, lifespan can stay 1. That doesn't really matter. I don't know if that's going to work or not. It doesn't have the sound effects, which might make it annoyed as well. No, didn't like it. There's no rigid body. Ugh. Okay. All right, we're going to do this a little bit different. I'm going to take these and we're going to remove the bullet controller script from those, and we'll just put them in this one instead. So we'll give it the, nope, not that. We'll give it the sound effects and everything, just to make things a little bit easier. So what's this one? Yeah, we'll just do bounce for it. I don't really care. Bounce for the audio, that doesn't matter. Bullet damage, we'll do 25 still. Actually, I'm going to do less. We're going to do 15 since there's multiples of them. Bullet speed, we'll do 20. Bullet lifespan, I'll leave as 1. We need to add rigid body to it. And we need to add box. It makes it difficult. Let's see if that at least works to start with. Yeah, so it's shooting 3, but it's not looking super great. I was hoping to make it a little simpler by just doing all 3 shots in one thing as opposed to the way I originally did it. But all right, let's take all these guys and make them bigger. So let's do 0.75. That works great. Let's try that again. 0.75, and then we'll offset these by, let's say, 1 and -1. And let's go ahead and remove this and remove that. Oh, good. Could do it on the other ones manually. Move component, remove component. Okay. Kind of worked. So let's do bullets speed 50 and lifespan. We'll do 2. Let's see if that helps because it's kind of dying a little quick. Okay, so that looks okay. It's obviously not killing anything, so I'm just going to go ahead, which is not a great way of doing it, but just to make things easier, we're going to do a box collider, and I'm just going to make it equivalent to the size of these. So I'm just going to literally expand it like that and expand it like that, and then that should work. Oh no, they need to be colliders anyway. So we'll go like this. And that will subsequently, oh no, let's make that a little bit longer. All right. Let's take, oh, I thought I made that. Is it on the gun? Hang on. Did I not make that public? Pickup controller. Oh, private. Oh, I wanted this to be public so we could adjust it. Public float, special ammo lifespan. So let's go back to the pickup here. It's going to make it longer because 5 seconds is not long enough. So let's do like 15 seconds. So that way when we get it, it lasts a little longer. Boom. Okay. So now that's definitely helping. Okay. So there's a multi-shot thing. Another kind of bullet. All right. Let's see. Yeah, the other thing is not working, which is weird. It's not killing itself. So should be after on trigger, enter destroy game object. Oh, I didn't put it in any of these. That's why. And actually, I don't need to do destroy game object here. I can do it right inside of this if instead. So I'm actually going to take it out. I'm going to take it out of this add life, and I'm going to take it out of the speed boost. It's going to control X, and I'm going to put it inside of this if. So after it does the switch, it'll just destroy the game object itself. That way it's not there again. Otherwise, you can just keep grabbing it, which is obviously not preferred. Good. So now it goes away. Yay. Wave 1. Great. Okay. So that looks acceptable. So what I'll do is I'll do the gun heavy, the explosive gun next for the pickup, and maybe do the speed boost as well. But those seem to all be working. I'll do that in the next video, and then I will just do some last finishing touches kind of things. But I think that makes sense. So that works.